Hi guys, welcome to another beer review. Absolutely sweltering here in Germany, so of course I'm going with an Irish Stout for this review. My hair's absolutely rancid right now, but you know, I really can't be arsed. I've got nothing to do today, or nowhere to go I should say, so why should I shower and make myself presentable? I'm a man, god damn it. Yeah, apologies if you see me keep looking over to this side of the screen, but I'm uploading my Regensburg Craft Beer Festival video. You've probably already seen it, well, you probably haven't, but yeah, link will be down below if I do remember. So, yeah, excuse me. Picked this up from Lidl here in Germany, of all places. They had a little bit of a speciality sort of week where they had some stuff from the UK and like from some certain parts of Eastern Europe, that sort of thing. And this was one of them that they had, which is the Dead Crafty, or the Dead Crafty? Isn't that Dead Crafty Brewing Place in Liverpool? I can't remember. The Crafty Brewing Company. And this is their Irish Stout. So these guys come from County Kildare, over in Ireland, of course. And this is an Irish Stout in 500ml bottle, which is always good. 4.5%, and the interesting thing is the label on the back has been rewritten in German, which you don't usually see. You just see it like imported. So it's going to be interesting to see how this develops if they do this again. And being here in Germany, I'm seeing a lot of craft beer and international beer pop up in some places that you would never expect it to, which I'm all for it, to be honest. I can see why some people avoid supermarkets and that sort of thing for their craft beer, but I have to work on a budget a lot of the time. So if I see something really good for really cheap in a place that's probably not respected by the craft beer community, I don't care, because at the end of the day it's the money that I have and I'm gonna spend it the way I want to. But I do like to support my local bottle shop, Beretta of course, and yeah, I think you can just be so universal with this hobby. So don't listen to people when they like kick you down for buying beer in specific places. Just buy the beer that you wanted. If you enjoy it, fair enough, but you can be conscious about that sort of stuff, which I do welcome as well. But yeah, sweltering day, Irish Stout, 4.5%, makes perfect sense to me. Lovely simple looking label, and that is a really cool little crown, so shall be keeping both of those. So anyway, let's get this beer opened. Whoa, nice little bubble and smoke there. Not had this in the fridge at all, because it's a stout of course, and quite carbonated, pouring that a little bit dickishly. So of course I've got a mass of head, about 5 fingers worth of a lovely sort of a foamy chocolate sort of colour, like you've had like a McDonald's milkshake and you've blown in the straw. Looks nothing like that. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, it's got this sort of like a mocha coloured head. Looks like a nice dark coffee actually, and mixture of tiny compact bubbles and then bigger bubbles up towards the top. So yeah, hopefully that I can, well, colour, I should probably talk about the colour, shouldn't I? I'm not too sure if that's a jet black, but it's definitely a really dark, intense brown colour. If you were to shine a light to it, you could probably see potentially some ruby hues, I'm not too sure, but in this lighting, this looks almost jet black to me. So anyway, yeah, looking like a stout so far. Let's give it a sniff if I can get anything through that head. And I get that, like, lovely sweet roasted malt character straight away. Lovely gentle, like, dark biscuity tones in there as well. It reminds you of the oat biscuits from that you pick up from like IKEA, that sort of thing. Lovely brown sugar notes as well. You do get a nice subtle coffee aroma coming through, but to me that's more along the lines of like a nice slightly chocolate digestive almost. But yeah, those malts are doing such a lovely job, as you would expect with a beer like this. But yeah, beautiful smelling beer, really really is, but subtle at the same time. Anyway, let's give it a taste. Cheers. first thing I pick up is it is a nice smooth beer, but it is a little bit thin. I'm not too sure which sort of like sub-style of stout this is supposed to be, so please forgive me if I'm completely off the mark. But to me that's more along the lines of like a dry stout to me. There is a lovely subtle smoothness there, but it's got, I'd say, a medium body to it. Almost like the body of a slight, like a Märzen, kind of. That's what I'm getting on the body. Get a little bit of tobacco, a little bit of smokiness in there. Definitely get that bitter chocolate, bitter coffee. Sorry, there could be a slight chocolate flavour in there, more like a 80% cocoa sort of thing. Not really too sticky on the back end after you've finished, in your mouth I should say, but there is that slight like treacly stickiness there. Very easy drinking actually. I mean, at 4.5% it's not going to be a really heavy stout in general, so I think this is more along the lines of like a classic Irish dry stout or something like that. Not my favourite type of stout, it has to be said, but this is a really nice example. And it's great to see, you know, to actually have a stout in a 500ml bottle. Which, of course, German craft beer is usually, not always, but it is usually just 330ml bottles. But this is it's not a bad little drop actually, very simple. You know, there's nothing that's going to blow your mind, but at the same time, it's got a little bit of character to it. There's definitely a woody smokiness in there, which I do like. And yeah, it's just a well-rounded, subtle, light stout. And if you wanted something come autumn or winter, and you know, you want something that's a bit cozy and warming without actually warming you like an Imperial Stout would, this would be a great, you know, winter sessioner, if that makes any sense. I mean, obviously, you know, we're around, well, probably under right now the 30-degree mark, so you wouldn't exactly want to sit outside with a beer like this. But it's going down well, and yeah, it's an all right little stout. Very accessible as well, so this is a great beer to promote to the German market and for the German consumer who's trying to get into craft beer. So I think they've got it spot on with this beer selection. And I did my review of the Old Golden Hen, which of course Lidl also did. Again, not mind-blowing or anything like that, but introductory beers, you know, it works that way, I suppose. I could have formulated that sentence a bit more coherently, but you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so if you have tried this beer, then as always, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. If you've tried anything from the Crafty Brewing Company, is that their actual name or just like a sub-name? There's no website on there. Of course, yeah, Crafty Brewing Company, but yeah, I think that's literally what their name is. Here it is. Oh, Rye River Brewing Company. Is that the importer? I don't know. You'll have seen it on the title of the video. So yeah, if you have tried it, let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. What's your favourite types of stouts, that sort of thing. In terms of rating, before we finish, I'm going to give this one a very solid 7 out of 10. It's not blowing my mind, but that's just my preference to the style itself. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Check out my Regensburg Craft Beer Festival video down below, if I remember to put it down there. I've mentioned it twice, so it's going to look stupid if it's not in there. But you can look it up on the channel. And yeah, fair play to Lidl here in Germany for having that little bit of a beer week. So yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I probably should go shower. See you later.